Good morning, this is TCR, TroyCommunityRadio.com. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN. Time now for the Mayor's Report on this Saturday morning, and with us is Mayor Beamish.
Good morning, Clint. Good morning, David. Good morning, all the listeners out there. And Thanksgiving has just come and gone, but Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving in Troy, Ohio, USA. And I have to count my blessings. My bride of 44 years, we got married on Thanksgiving Day 44 years ago. So I just give a shout out because she certainly keeps me in line and in tow.
Congratulations. Happy anniversary to
thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Beamish. Busy week, of course we did. We had Thanksgiving. You got to celebrate your anniversary. And we had the Grand Illumination yesterday.
Always a great time on that Friday after Thanksgiving, and it doesn't matter what kind of weather we have. We have great crowds come down. So many different things happening. The Santa house is available now, and we've had carriage rides on Friday night. I had a chance to do the month before Christmas, which I always enjoy doing, and of course, the downtown is lit and ready for the Christmas joyous season.
I always love to see all the kids and the reactions that they have when Santa Claus comes in, and with the lights and all the spirit. I may be grown up, but still a big kid at heart, and you can just feel that emotion with the
lights
smiles.
Come on and flash on, and Santa, we do the countdown, and everything comes open, alive, and bright. It's a wonderful time, and the Santa house now will stay open.
Yep.
We will be open until December 23rd, and I want to give a shout out to Main Street and all those in the city of Troy that have made all this possible, and through their partnership and efforts, it's wonderful. But the timeline for Santa to be a part of our downtown is out there, but he'll be around until December, I think, 23rd, and he's got to head back and get
everything ready for Christmas.
That's right. But it is a great time for youngsters, as you said, youngsters, young and older.
I fall into that category, the older side. Now, Santa Claus is going to be there. The hours are posted at the Santa house.
Right.
You can also get those hours online on Troy Main Street. They have the hours posted on their Facebook page. You can check it out. And if you don't make those times, there is also a mailbox at the Santa house, so the kids can write a letter to Santa Claus and put it right in there. They've got, I think it's FedEx or UPS is doing the next day to the North Pole.
Super. Wow.
So he gets those letters right away.
Great.
Now, we had council this past week as well.
On November 20th, we did have a council meeting. We have a number of items. We had 8 members of council present, so we could conduct business. We had 2 public hearings. One both are rezonings. One on West Market and the other on McCaig. They were taken, they were on our agenda, but they'll move to a second reading, or actually a third reading for the next council meeting. We did have a number of things that were passed. The amended Complete Streets policy that has been discussed was amended 8-0, and that moved forward. We had funding stream that we do for Troy Main Street, Troy Recreation, and Troy Development Council, and all 3 of those funding requests were approved 8-0 as well, so that was on the agenda. We did take we will have a public hearing on December 18th, and that is dealing with the areas that we will know as the Kettering Hospital area. Those parcels are going to be put into one, and that will be emergency legislation, but we will have the public hearing on December 18th, and then we will follow that up with legislation as well. We did approve the budget for 2018. And in that budget, we had a lot of capital improvement items. But we are very blessed in our community to have the revenue stream, the investments, and that's through the staff, the auditor's office, and the administration and council all working together, and we've been very blessed to be able to have the revenue that we can do some of these capital improvements, one of which came out as an investment into Miami Shores Golf Course.
Yes.
Is a big one. We've done a lot of street projects. That's going to be big ticket items. So we do have a lot of basic capital items in that. That was passed 8-0. And then we also had another extension of a moratorium in the Sherwood area. Obviously, we're very concerned with the Sherwood area, and so we want to make sure the right things are going in there. So they extended that another 180 days with a unanimous vote as well. We had a lot of other things. Of course, we talked about the Grand Illumination ceremony that took place, as well as Thanksgiving and the blessings. But I have to give another shout out. There's been 2 events in this past week that I think demonstrate our blessings to the freedoms that we have in our country. One was at Story Point, where they dedicated a Veterans Tribute Room. And then on Monday, this past Monday, the Van Cleve 6th grade students offered a breakfast opportunity where young people could get with the veterans and share stories and have a nice breakfast together. And I think that was a powerful way on Thanksgiving weekend to demonstrate our blessings to have a country where we can do those things.
There's a wealth of knowledge that they can share with those young kids. What a great idea.
On the public hearings, I should tell you that a committee will be assigned to look at those public hearings, so stay tuned. There were some people who have some concerns or some issues they want to be a part of on those public hearings requests for rezoning. So that'll be taking place. President Marty Baker will assign that to committee, and they will meet before the next full council meeting to discuss their recommendations.
Okay. I got to say, as I'm looking at the Kettering Health Network property, when I go and get my coffee in the morning and maybe a snack in the afternoon, I get so excited seeing, the piles of dirt have been changing, and you just see that little bit of change right now, but as soon as the foundation goes in, I think we're going to see a lot of fast changes.
And excitement. Bricks and mortar kind of just added a little excitement, and they want to start as soon as they can, but we got to get rid of Mount Troy. I call it Mount Troy. But they are doing just that, and I think council will move forward on the planned development stage of their project.
All right. The other project that's coming along amazingly over by the Troy Daily News.
Oh, yes.
The bricks are on the building, the windows are in, and as a matter of fact, it was on the tour when they did the Second Story Secrets the other week, too.
That's a great downtown development.
Yes.
And
it's going to be a beautiful building.
Oh, it is beautiful, and it will continue to be an asset to our downtown area. So we'd like to thank those investors for seeing the power of being downtown. And I've always said it's our living room. We want to bring people in there, and we have a good look going for us right now.
All right. One other thing I'll add, today is Shop Small Saturday.
Yeah.
So a chance to get out and do some shopping right here locally in downtown Troy. These are our friends and neighbors that own these stores.
Small businesses are a backbone of our community, and downtown's a very vibrant community because people have invested. So I hope everybody will come out, do some of their Christmas shopping in our downtown.
And right here in the living room.
The living room of our community.
There you go. We're in round 3 of leaf collection now.
It starts on November 28th, round 3. And I'll tell you, the leaves just held on as long as they could. And
until about last week. And I mean, they dropped to the ground like bags of wet cement. I mean, those trees went empty in about a day.
And again, I want to thank Troy Community Radio for the promo on how they can, community citizens can help us as we pick up those leaves and branches and twigs. And there's so many ways to do that, but just keep a clear distance so that the water can run onto the storm sewer.
Well, look at the storms that we just had the other week.
Oh, that's what concerned me.
Exactly.
There were backups and some water. And so if everybody helps a little, we'll get those leaves picked up, and I've talked to Jerry Mullins, and he certainly want to make sure before the snow flies, he gets as many of those leaves picked up as possible.
Now, Dye Mill Road facility is still open for another week?
Yeah, December 2nd.
So
and we'll close down, and we won't open until spring, but it's been open extended hours this year, and so everybody has options.
All right. One other thing to keep in mind, now the snow really hasn't flown yet. I have seen a couple trucks with plows on them, and with that in mind, when the snow does hit, just keep in mind where the fire hydrants are, and keep those cleared in front of your house.
You know, it's the same thing we say about leaves and keeping a space for the water to drain down. The same goes for when the snow flies. We want to keep those fire hydrants clear and very visible.
Yes.
Just in the event that we have to utilize those, it's preventative maintenance.
Well, if somebody, say, had to have the fire truck come out to their house to put out a fire, and they can't find the fire hydrant,
I'm not
that's
quite
not
ready
a good thing
for the snow, but you brought up a really good point. And when the snow does fly, always look around for those fire hydrants and keep those very visible and clear.
All right. Anything else that you want to wrap up with this morning?
Well, I do. I'm going to do a promo for the Overfield Tavern. This is a 19th century museum that we have in Troy.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's history. And every Christmas season, the Yuletide season, they have had a dinner at their place, and to make memories on December 2nd and 3rd, I would just offer, it's a 209-year-old Overfield Tavern. They're going to have inspired menu by Bakehouse Bread, by the way, and it'll get a chance to transcend back into history and the taste buds and dinner of yesterday year. So I would just say the tickets are going fast, but I would say if you're really interested in getting back and feeling a sense of that time period, then call Overfield Museum, make a reservation for one of those December 2nd and 3rd times. And I know the tickets are going fast, but it does add to the spirit of the season.
Yes, it does.
And so I hope people will take advantage of that opportunity as well.
Okay. They can check out the Overfield Tavern on Facebook. I know they have a Facebook page.
Yes.
And they can stay up to date with all the events they have over there.
It's just a good thing.
All right. Mayor, thank you so much.
Been great. Always good to come here and do these shows, and I hope our citizens see that we really have a lot to be thankful for.
And now I have one more question for you. Since we passed Thanksgiving, this will wrap up the show this morning. What is your favorite turkey leftover?
Dark meat. I know it puts me to sleep, but
turkey. Well, like just the
turkey,
dark meat, or
gravy,
turkey and noodles,
I love the bread, making a hot shot. You put the bread down, you take the turkey, and you pour the gravy over the top. Yum, yum, yum.
Okay, now my stomach's growling for that too.
I know, I'm starting to make myself hungry.
Thank you so much, Mayor.
Thank you.
This has been the Mayor's Report with Mayor Michael Beamish. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN.